What we're going to do is now recognize and honor Ishan as one of the change makers of the year. This has been so much his year, homebound of course, but in so many other ways, from royals to homebound to, your best years are ahead of you, your wonderful dancing. I want to welcome an amazing next speaker to do the honors for Ishan, but also to then be in conversation with me. She is a woman of many parts. She is a business leader, the first woman in her family to actually join the board of her illustrious family business group, one of the leading, most respected names of India. She's also been a musician. She's been a mental health advocate. Please put your hands together for the amazing Ananya Birla. Let's show her some love. I saw. May I ask you to present Ishan, please? Can we have a big round of applause for Ishan? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Such a darling. Thank you. Thank you.
We say goodbye. Thank you so much for everything, and
Bye.
it was so
Thank
lovely
you.
talking to all of you. Bye. See you at the movies.
Bye, Ishan. Thank you. Middle seat, please. Yes. Can we please have a big round of applause for Ananya Birla?
Thank you all so much. Thank you for having me again.
It is such a pleasure.
I am your biggest fan, so this is a huge moment for me. It always is every time we chat.
Thank you. That's so nice of you. Let's talk about you. There's so many different dimensions, so many different things to talk about. When I first spoke to you on this forum, you and your mum were talking about how important it was to lift the veil of silence around mental health. And you spoke very movingly about your own experience. Since then, I know that you have committed time and energy and resources, as has Neerja, to this cause. But since then, there have been so many other things that have happened in your life. Music, business, so many new ventures from microfinance to cosmetics, you're doing it all. And you've also made history as, being the first woman in your family to actually join the Birla board. Can you tell us how that moment happened? Let's start there.
Absolutely. So first, I would just like to say that Papa has come here to see me speak today.
Can we ask Mr. Birla to just stand for a moment and just acknowledge him? We have one of India's most respected business leaders in the hall, and we really appreciate your presence here. Thank you.
And he refused. He told me I said, can we chat? He has refused because he thinks that he's not presentable enough. And I said that. So
can we change his mind? You think?
I think you can maybe.
I might call upon him to at least comment or ask a question. But let's start. Yeah.
So that it's today's extra special because you're here and he's here as well. So since we spoke, actually a lot has happened. I think the most important thing that has happened for me, regardless of everything professional, has been a lot of self-acceptance. And I think with self-acceptance comes a certain amount of confidence to take on personal and professional challenges. Mm-hmm. So I think I've been able to handle everything with my mental health much better. I'm in a really good place now, touch wood. It's been a long journey for me. Mm-hmm. I'm really grateful to be surrounded by great people, whether that's my dad, my mom, like you mentioned, my team, my best friends, super supportive mentors like yourself, and friends as well. So I think it's all started with a lot of self-acceptance and just having a fierce mindset that this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it within my range of value systems, and I'm going to achieve what I set my mind to. So yes.
Was it tough to choose between, or did you really have to choose between music and business and your advocacy, or do you manage to find 24 hours in a day to do it all?
That's something I'm still learning how to do. So typical days, I'm working in the day, I'm at office doing my meetings, and then around after dinner I go into studio. And till about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So right now has been a little bit of an extra challenging time, like I was telling you.
Yeah.
Just because I'm doing both.
Yeah.
So a little lack of sleep, no real personal life beyond a point. But I'm obsessed with what I do. I love both sides. I really love both sides, and I just wouldn't have it any other way. If you love what you do, then I think that dedication to your business, to your skill, to your craft, comes automatically. So I'm really grateful that I love what I do, and I'm really grateful that I can do both things and give time to both things.
Let's start with the business end of things. Whether it's a Swatantra, which is, a microfinance venture, or your cosmetics business, or Contraband, which is perfume. You've been shaking up things in the Birla Empire, but you're also the first woman to actually be in this sort of leadership role that you're in. Obviously, things used to be different earlier when the lineage of business passed on only to the boys in families, not just, the Birlas.
Everywhere,
all families.
Sure.
How did that moment happen? Was the family accepting? Was it only to be expected? Did you have to push back against a certain way of doing things? I know Dad is in the audience.
Papa's my best friend, and I'm super honest. And he's the one, actually, funnily, who tells me that please take this out of your mind. There is no difference in this family between being a boy or a girl.
Yeah,
and
that's amazing.
Every time that thought even enters my mind, because of course we all have insecurities, and that is an insecurity of mine, and it's something I deal with. And the world can say whatever, but if you have your father, or for that matter, any figure, a man who you look up to, saying to you that it does not matter, your gender does not matter, it's your capabilities, and I believe in you, I don't think I can ask for anything more.
Yeah.
So again, I'm very grateful, and I don't know, maybe Papa can expand on that.
Mr. Birla, you can't be now very shy. We rarely have the pleasure of your company, so
I'll just give this mic to him. You can ask him.
This is an amazing moment. Can I call you up? Why don't you just join us on stage? That'll be lovely. And there's another mic for him there.
He's going to be very upset with me after this.
He can be upset with me. You can blame it all on me. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Kumaramangalam Birla. It's amazing to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Don't scold her for this. I called you up. Aajao.
By the way, I'm also someone who has the greatest admiration for you. So
thank you.
That makes two of us on this bench.
Thank you so much. Sir, have a seat, please. Come, Ananya, please.
I wasn't expecting this. I just tagged along. I'm not dressed for the occasion, but anyway, here we are.
You look splendid. Tell us a little bit about, your daughter. I mean, I know her, but not everybody here knows her as a person, and she's such a warm, wonderful person who's completely consumed by everything she does, and she wants to do a lot of things. So let's start with the fact that she's the first woman in your family to actually be part of the board of occupy a leadership position. And she says, you made it possible. You said, in this family, we don't discriminate between boys and girls. But, typically, Indian families have the lineage, the heritage is all man to man. Did you consciously decide to change that?
I think it's changing everywhere now, Barkha. It's very different from our generation where it was only the boys. And, these things happen, things evolve with times, mindsets evolve, philosophies evolve. And I think this is a generation which sees no difference between a daughter and a son. You'll have a lot more families where the same thing has happened. Ananya, by the way, even by way of merit, I remember very clearly, I think she was 4 or 5, and Nija and I was sitting in the stands watching her play a football match in school. And suddenly we saw this little thing kicking the ball hard and harder and, kind of cutting across all the other kids and going and scoring a goal. And I kept craning my neck. We were at a distance. Turned out it was Ananya. And that was the first time I sort of said, wow, she seems to have leadership qualities. She's obviously a great leader, you know that. She's a multifaceted person. Yeah. She gives a 400%, like she said, to whatever she does. All of those personal qualities, of course, kind of, add to the merit part of it. But yes, I think, to your question, I don't think there is a difference between the daughters and the sons today at all.
Yeah, that's amazing. Let's have a big round of applause. I think more of our business families need to think like this. How has it been for you? Do you guys disagree? Do you agree? Do you have the same approach to business? And this is not to do with gender. You can now be honest.
Guys, I think we're going to, in a couple of years, this show will have We the Men.
Equality is what we want. So we the men and women.
That's right.
We the women and men.
That's right.
Do we disagree or not? I feel like I'm a version of like Papa and I are very, very similar as people. Do you want to take that question?
I think we're basically cast in the same mold, but you know, Ananya, I think, is a much stronger personality. She's very unafraid to express her views and does that very vociferously.
Do you also
I think
sing?
I come from a
do you
generation.
sing like her?
Sorry?
Do you also sing like her?
Sing?
He's
Sing.
he's so if you think I can sing, you need to hear him sing. Not
I need to
today.
hear both of you sing.
But he's got the most beautiful texture when he's like he's not a trained singer, so I can't imagine what would happen if he trains himself. His like texture of his voice naturally, it's like probably one of the most beautiful voices I have heard.
Are we going to? Can I push
No,
this
no,
further
no,
and
no,
make
no.
you both sing
I'm completely out of
out of practice?
practice just now. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that I'm part of a generation where, especially in business families, I mean, you didn't sort of express your opinions
Yeah.
so strongly
Yeah.
in a sort of public way. I've always had strong opinions, so maybe she gets that from me, but that's been within the four corners of the house. But I think that she's much braver, she has a lot more courage to stand up to her convictions and to speak her mind. And I think that's what makes Ananya Ananya.
I think he's being very kind, honestly. I think he's an incredible father, and obviously his work speaks for himself. I would not be here today if it wasn't for him. So I think that says it all, right?
It's a lovely father-daughter moment. But if I can ask you, you know, I have spoken to Ananya in her more vulnerable moments when she and her mum, Neerja Birla, came on this very forum. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And they both spoke about this, you know, how for her mom being a caregiver on mental health, and Ananya was very, very open and honest about her anxieties, her mental health challenges. As a dad, how has it been for you? You know, fathers tend to get very protective about their daughters, and then they feel helpless sometimes because they don't know how to make it better. And I'm just wondering how it's been for you.
It's like diabetes, right, Barka? I mean, you could have diabetes, you could have...
Absolutely,
you
absolutely.
could be a little depressive. I think it's to be taken like that now. I mean, that's
Totally,
what,
but I'm just
any
wondering how
doctor
you
will
dealt
tell you.
with it.
No, I think there were times when I'd be, as a father, I think I'm less strong. I think fathers are generally less strong than mothers when it comes to their
Yes.
children. So there would be times when I'd be worried. But you know, as you understand more about it, I think it's something that is as common as, like I said, diabetes. So you've got to take it in that perspective.
Yeah.
I
And
think a
you've got
lot
to
of people...
understand. Once you understand it, you realize that, you know, there are so many people with these sorts of issues. You know, it's like obesity, for example. Anyone could have obesity.
Yeah.
Not a cause to really worry about beyond the point. You wouldn't worry about it more than you would about diabetes, for example. It requires something to be done about it, but that's about it.
You know, it's all about destigmatization, which is why it's so important that people who are well known, who are in the public eye, actually speak about it. So kudos to you and your family, Ananya, for being such a pillar of support. I want to ask you, what is your dream? You know, when you think of Birlas, you think of this classic, well-respected, you know, Indian family that has done its bit for India's independence, the freedom movement. You think of Gandhiji, you think of all of that, right? But for you as a young business leader today, what is your dream? What do you want the Birla name to stand for in the next 50 years?
I just hope I can do justice to everything that my dad has done, really, and follow in his footsteps, and add a little bit of my own charm to that, a little bit of who I am, because I have to obviously remain authentic to who I am, just the way he was, who he is authentic to who he is after Dadaji. And it's not an easy task, it's a huge responsibility, and I think my siblings and I, we're trying to fathom the weight that comes with it, the responsibility of it, and it's a learning curve, and I hope I can do justice.
But what is your personal dream? You know, is there's one thing, if you, do you ever, you know, with classics, and that's what the Birlas are, your classics, you want to know, you want to keep the tradition and then you want to reimagine it. So for example, this morning we opened this festival with the Maharashtrian dhols, except that this time it wasn't just the men, the women were also playing it, and that's a change. So I was just saying that's tradition and then there's change, and both can coexist. So I think that's what I'm interested in.
I think I would like to achieve that and then talk about it. I know exactly what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
I don't know when or how exactly. I have an idea, but I would not like to talk about that right now on a public platform.
Sure.
I think that's something I would have to discuss with you.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I want to achieve, and that may change, but I want to get there or get closer to that position and then talk about it.
So we have time for a couple of questions, and as you're preparing your questions, yes, I'm seeing hands go up. Yes, on the left side. Please stand up, and can we get her a mic? In the meantime, tell us something about Ananya that you think the world doesn't know. You know, Ananya.
Sorry, say that
Tell
again.
us something about Ananya that you think the world, the media doesn't know.
Papa.
You know, she's such an honest person.
Yeah.
I think sometimes she's more honest than she needs to be, and I tell her that. So I don't think there is anything that the world doesn't know about her. She's
'Cause
very
what you see
candid.
is what you get.
She is what she is. It's up on social media. It's
Yeah.
up on Instagram. It used to really take me aback, but I know it's a bit of a generation thing, but it's
Yeah.
also about who she
Personality,
herself
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So not much more light than that I can throw on that.
But
really.
you know, that's a big compliment, because there's such few people who would like just wear their heart on their sleeves, who are, you know, whatever they are for anybody to see. And it takes vulnerability and strength, Ananya. So more power to you. I think that young lady had a question. Yes, ma'am, please go ahead. Stand up so we can get the mic to you. Yeah, can we get the mic to her, please? Here, you can take my mic. No, could you? I don't see anybody moving to her with the mic.
You can take mine.
No, it's all right. Yeah, there's the mic. Yeah. Can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, myself Deepika. I'm a mental health professional too. So, Hananya, I heard you that when people like you speak about our mental health, right, on a public platform, it becomes easy for the other public to speak and destigmatize that it's okay to speak about, and like physical pain, mental health is also a part of us. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Devika, for your question, and thank you for all that you do in the mental health space. You know, I think that now I can say it, I think it's my superpower.
Yeah,
I think it's made me see things in a very different way. It's made me work on myself the way that I don't think I ever would have. And I think so-called perceived weaknesses that we may ourselves, because of conditioning of society, etc., may think it's a weakness, those are actually our superpowers. It's just about refining them and finding a balance. But of course, I think the most important thing, and why I talk about it, is I feel very lucky to be in a position where I have the support, right? And but many people may not, and the stigma is still very much present, even though I think it's gone down a lot after COVID, because many people experienced it. It's something you don't see, so I don't blame others for not understanding it. Like my dad said, I think it's a matter of understanding it. So I speak about it because I think that even if one person out there feels less alone, or feels like it doesn't make them any less capable, in fact, it can become their superpower if they know how to harness it correctly. That's the goal of. Otherwise, I don't see why I would be talking about it in the public forum.
Can I just ask you in the end, you know, when we introduced you into the program, we called you the daring disruptor, because I actually see you as a disruptor, right? Because as your dad said, you're not afraid to experiment, you're not afraid to express your opinion. If there is one, I know there are things about the business you can't share on a public forum, but if there's one unfinished dream for you personally, what would that be?
I think music is a very, very integral part of who I am. And I think that it is, deep down, I know that it is very possible if you work hard with good intentions, with the right values, and surround yourself with the right people who can give you perspective when you don't have it. I think it's very possible to be very successful in the business space and also in the arts.
Yeah.
Papa says that business is the most creative thing one can do. Business is the most creative thing one can do. And I agree with him to a large extent, but I think for me that's music as well. And if I can reach a space where I can balance both of those, I think that would be the dream. And slowly and steadily, I think I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes work to get there. And at the end of the day, I think work speaks for itself.
Well, we only wish you more than the very best. And Ananya, I want to say I admire you so much for speaking about so many things so openly, even if your father worries a little bit about that trait. I'd just like you to come step up, and Mr. Birla, if you may as well, because we want to honor Ananya with our Changemaker Award for shifting the conversation around so many things, women in business leadership, mental health. And to do the honors, I want to introduce somebody who has the most never say die spirit of anybody I know. Any guesses? Please put your hands together to welcome the inimitable Shobha Dey on stage. Let's show her some love. And there she is. Hello. We have a surprise for you. A surprise for you. Surprise for you. Ask you to present this to Ananya.
Thank you so much.
And say something also. We got.
I think we need 2 awards. What about for him? What about for...
I didn't know he was coming. You'll have to share this moment.
You'll have to
Shobha
share the
Ji and
award.
Dilip Ji are two of my most favorite people in Bombay. And like Ananya, of course, a much more senior version, Shobha Ji is someone who's never held back from speaking her mind, which is what makes her Shobha Dey.
Thank you. To me, it's like seeing my own child standing on the stage. No, maybe my grandchild standing on stage, because I am your grandmother's age. So it makes that all the more special, because I've seen you since you were born. I've known your parents since they were married. And to be here with both of you, your father and yourself, acknowledging all that you've done. I heard you speak from backstage. It's been a remarkable, remarkable journey. And what you said for the young women, that if you just have the courage and the determination, you work hard. And I loved your line that business is creativity, because it indeed is. People miss the point. You can't be successful no matter what, whether it's business or the arts, without creativity. So thank you for saying that, and I'm really so happy to give this award to you.
Let's have a big round of applause for Ananya Birla. And Mr. Birla, thank you so much. It isn't typical for us to get both of you together, so it's been a wonderful surprise. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And before...
You made my Sunday hangout with my dad really fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.